I'm from San Jose, California. I decided to join the Army because I just didn't like the idea of going to college. I thought, I want to do something else. I don't want to do the same thing everyone else is doing. I want to set myself apart. So I joined the Army and I chose something in aviation. So I decided to choose, 15 Papa as my MOS. And after completing basic training, I went to Fort Rucker, Alabama for AIT. And then all of a sudden, we look in the computer and we see, boom, enlisted platoon. I knew it was gonna be rough, but in the back of my mind, I was saying, not so bad. Let me just do one more time. Let me do one more day. Let me just do one more day. But I think the best part was you got people just to your left and right just helping you out. So I think that honestly was probably the best thing for me that helped me out. Every situation you're put in, you have to do it with your peers to your left and your right because that's the only way you're gonna be able to accomplish the mission that they give you there in Green Platoon, and that's what it's gonna be like in real life. So I was definitely excited to finally graduate, I think it was probably the first time I actually was able to sleep more than like 5 hours, When I was putting my beret on, I noticed that they were taking pictures. So in my mind, I was just really like, I gotta get this right. I gotta get this right. So 15 Papa is aviation operations. And what we do is basically, battle tracking, we work on the radios, communicate with the aircraft, the crew members, make sure they're okay. And then I feel my favorite part about being a 15 Papa is being able to do airborne. I think that's definitely probably the coolest thing I could do, There was a senior 15 Papa, and I remember doing a TDY trip with them, and they just throwing stuff out of an aircraft, and they just set stuff up in the middle of the desert. That's what I want to do. So I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty interesting to do, so I definitely went for that. So in the deployment environment, we'll be working in the TOC. When they have all these aircraft, going out doing these missions, you're there to help them out because you're the one kind of overseeing everything from a bird's eye view. Maybe something as much as weather, we have intel, of hey, this group of enemies are coming through, they probably jeopardize the mission. So you're pulling information from all these other shops and to make one whole picture. It felt like it was just a culmination of everything that you learned. You feel like all this time you're training up to that one moment and finally you're there. Definitely a moment of pride right there. I am a 15 Papa and the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment Airborne. Night Stalkers, don't quit.